my YouTube family. It's been a while, and I am back. However, this could be an emotional video, but it's one that needs to happen, and needs to happen now. So, join me as I explain. What's going on, YouTube? As I said, I am back, and it's been a while. It's been almost a year since I made a video. It took a while to pick the camera back up again. It doesn't, well, shall I say, I picked this camera up at a time of an emotional time that I just found out some bad news about one of my friends. Post a picture. But my friend Sabrina, who's been on the channel numerous times, and she's one of my very best friends. We met back in 2015, and we created a bond and a friendship that is forever lasting. But prayers, emotional prayers go out to her and her family. She lost her dad recently, and it breaks my heart because he was an amazing guy, great guy, and he's been on the channel himself. But I wanted to make sure that first give thanks and blessings and prayers to them, and a rest in peace to Mark. Love you, bud, and you are definitely gonna be missed. Yeah, that's kind of how I wanted to start, but hold on. Okay, so I just had to regroup myself. But I am back on YouTube. I apologize in a sense of being gone, but I had to get my head in the right space to pick the camera back up again. This is a new journey. I'm still competing. You know, not much has changed. I'm still in Oklahoma. I didn't move again. Yeah, things are well now. It's been a tough, 8, 9, 10 months, but again, I've said on the channel numerous times, it's all about like resilience and perseverance, because life is life. We cannot control everything in life, and you never know when you're gonna hit those dips, in the road, and those speed bumps. But what's important is you gotta get back up. You gotta continue to fight. I want you to join me on this next road, because this series is gonna be called Road to Olympia, and Olympia 2022. So I just recently competed back on 4th of July. It was a show in Dallas. I was very blessed to qualify for Olympia again. Now, I just went through a whole week of being sick. So I've been out of the gym for a week now. And lost probably 10 pounds, almost 10 pounds this week. But I am recovering. It's a slow process. I'm still sick a little bit, but I'm recovering, trying to get back on my feet and get back to work. Yeah, upcoming, I have changes to what you guys have seen in the past as far as like my training. and where my focus is at. So my focus has been on sleep, because I noticed over the past probably 5 years that my sleep has been I average of probably 5 to 6 hours a night. I've been doing a lot more research and reading about rest and recovery, and I preached that. However, I wasn't following my own words. So I started to try to focus more on getting at least at a minimum 7 hours of sleep a night. So we got sleep, nutrition. So nutrition's always been pretty good for me. So, but the changes I'm making is just to increase protein, and I'm going to be carb cycling, but instead of doing my normal 3, 2, 1, 1, I'm going to do 4 low days, 1 high day, 4 low days, 1 high day. I'm now currently working with my friend Paulden, who's also been on the channel before. He's a bodybuilder in NPC, and he's actually took a year off so he could focus on getting his IFBB Pro card. So thank you, Paulden. I know he watches these videos. I appreciate you, man, and I'm gonna follow suit. Once I get out of this sickness, I'm gonna follow suit. I mean, my eating, now that I've been eating whole foods, it took a while when I got sick this week. And here's the point, guys. You know, we got this COVID thing, and it's been a rough few years dealing with that. I'm unvaccinated, and I've said it on the video before. I'm not ashamed of that. I still stand by, you know, what I believe. However, I do know that, you know, when I got sick earlier this week, and I realized, like, you know, when you're sick and you can't do anything and you're stuck in the house and you're pretty much at bed rest, everything aches. You know, it's draining just to get up to go to the bathroom because your body's so sore and you're so fatigued. You realize how important some things are to you. And what I realized is that, you know, how important fitness is to me, because it was taken away when I got sick. Because I wasn't able to do the things that I wanted to do. You know, just going outside and breathing fresh air, being out in the sunlight, vitamin D, you know, is important. And when you don't, or you can't have those things, or they're taken away from you uncontrollably, you appreciate, you know, when you have these opportunities to be out in the sun, to go to the gym, and to try to keep it bettering yourself. Those things, you know, they'll rear their head, you know, at times when you don't think about it, because we take it for granted for those that can go to the gym and things of that sort. The reason I bring that up, because there is a lot of people that, you know, maybe they choose to not work out and take care of themselves. And if you're watching this video and you're one of those people, please take in consideration. I mean, tomorrow's not promised to anybody, regardless of how healthy you are. But please take into consideration to get yourself in shape if you're out of shape and things of that sort, because those things are still important, and they can help with longevity, and reduce, you know, some things that are negative, you know, physically, mentally. But you have to be in touch with yourself, and try not to take those things for granted, and appreciate, you know, those opportunities as far as, you know, what life has to offer. Don't just sit back and just, you know, watch TV all the time, or play video games all the time, or whatever the case may be, or drink and all of that stuff all the time, because you're gonna miss the bus. You're gonna miss out on some things. You know, I had those fun days of partying all the time and things of that sort, but you're gonna miss the really important things in life, because you'll get caught up in that cycle and you won't even realize it. So I wanted to make this video, like I said, just to let anyone out there that still is interested in watching this channel, to let you know that I am back, and I'm going to do my very best to show you guys this process and journey. I told you the changes with my rest, changes with my nutrition. My training is going to be changing. So I've been doing a lot of full body exercising. So even during prep, I've been doing a lot of, I do full upper body 3 times a week, and I do legs twice a week, and I'm sprinkling cardio and ab work on those days I'm not lifting. So now I'm going back to the basics, you know, and sometimes, what I realized is while I was competing, when I look back, because at this past show, I was a little disappointed in myself because my conditioning still was not where it needed to be. Even though I still qualified, my conditioning wasn't where it needed to be. And so I started looking back, all the way back to 2015 on my very first show, and I realized that my conditioning has never been fantastic. And I want to get to that level. I want to be at that level of the competition I'm competing against. Being a pro, if those that are interested. So the one thing I learned from going from amateur to pro is that the pros bring it every single show. As an amateur, you may come across some guys that may just come out there, they're not really maybe at the top of their game, so maybe you get a clean win, but maybe some people weren't at their best. But I noticed competing as a pro, they're always at their best. Even when they're not at their best, it's still like at a high level. And that's a blessing. I'm thankful to be a pro with IMBA. A shout out to IMBA. I'm still with Military Muscle. Shout out to my Support Military Muscle family. And I'm grateful, but I want to improve myself. And I noticed that I was not improving, that I was staying stagnant, and mentally I must have gotten satisfied with that because I didn't push myself enough to make the changes that I need to make. So this prep, and that's why I called on Paulden. Sometimes you have to realize when you may need some help. I've been doing this thing by myself for the most part, for the majority of the time that I've competed. I used Mark Anthony back in 2017. For those that don't know him, he was the first Olympia winner, IFBB pro for men's physique back in I think 2011 or 12. Great guy. He's a friend of mine now. A shout out to Mark. And my friend, y'all know Marls. Well, for those that have watched older videos, know my brother Marls. Me and Marls started competing together. Marls has helped me with some shows. But for the most part, I've done all my own coaching and nutrition and things of that sort. But this time I reached out to Paulden. Paulden's been there too for me, more than once. But I reached out to Paulden for some advice, and he's going to kind of help me along this journey. Not necessarily coach, but provide tips as needed. And one of the things that he reminded me of was the basics, going back to the basics. And when we talk about basics, I'm talking about going back to focusing on one body part when I go to the gym. So one body part. So instead of doing a full body, I may just do back that day, do chest one day, do legs one day, do arms one day, shoulders one day. How I'm gonna cycle that around, I'm gonna figure that out because I still want to hit my upper body, especially twice a week. You know what I mean? So I'm saying each body part twice a week. So, but we'll see because it depends on the recovery, because I said how important the recovery is. So I want to bring you guys along the best I can and keep you up to speed on what's going on with this particular prep. Now November is going to come quick. That's when the Olympia is. I have some travel for work that I have to attend to. So I'll be on the road quite a bit over the next few months. That's going to create some challenges. But here's the thing with fitness, and this doesn't necessarily apply to just competition, but lifestyle. If you know that you're going to be traveling, you have to plan ahead. And it's usually nutrition. Most people can do some sort of training, even if you don't have access to a gym. You can get some bands or whatever and use those. You can do body weight stuff, push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, whatever the case. But the nutrition piece is what usually kills people when you're traveling. And so you have to plan ahead. So I will be planning ahead when I go on these trips for work. So, but I'm gonna, like I said, do my best to bring you guys along and document this particular prep. But I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to reach out and let those, hopefully I still have some people that view my videos that are out there. I just wanted you to know that I'm okay and I'm back and this is what it's going to be about. And during this time, I'll also catch you up on some of the things that have changed because it's not all negative, some good things, Even Mark's life is a blessing and should be celebrated. But I hope everybody is doing well out there. please do your very best to stay positive, to stay motivated. Humble yourself. Be gracious every day. Be gracious every day. And utilize those things, rest, your nutrition, however you have your nutrition set up, whether it's keto or vegan or vegetarian, whatever, no gluten, low carbs, high fats, whatever the case. Just stay as consistent as you can with it, and trust the process. Okay. One thing that I will tell you, maybe, hopefully next week, if I'm able to travel, I want you guys to meet some other very special people to me. My friends Cam and Dylan. They've never been on the channel. They used to live here in Oklahoma. They moved to Texas. And next week, Cam is competing in Texas. And I'm going to do my very best to make it there. If I go, I want to bring you guys along. So hopefully you'll tune back in for the next episode and you'll get a chance to meet them. You'll see her on stage. She's competing, I want to say OCB, so a different federation, and also Natural Federation that also does drug testing. But yeah, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I have this channel to be heard, to be a voice out there. And if you ever want to reach out to me, you can leave a comment or anything like that, or you can find me on Instagram. I will put my Instagram name down at the hashtag. Not hashtag it, but I'll put it down at the bottom. You can find me, and I will follow you back. I'm not one of those people that's gonna follow you and then unfollow you just so I can get some sort of number. I don't care about that stuff. I care about impacting people's lives the best way that I can, and the best way that I can is to do it honestly, to be genuine about it, and truly care about people. And for those that know me, know that that's who I am and how I am. But thank you for taking the time to listen, and thank you for taking the time to, if you've ever subscribed to this channel or any of that stuff, or you've ever watched any of the videos, I really appreciate you. And please have a blessed weekend. Stay safe. We will catch up with round 2, episode 2, in the next video, and I'll give you guys more details, and you'll meet some more friends of mine. But much love, God bless, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.